All right, do you take a lunch break during your workday?
There are certainly reasons why you should. And here to share them is nutritionist Joy Bauer.
Hey, Joy, how are you? You have some interesting information to share from the Torque survey, right?
I'm great, and I do. I'm super excited. I partnered with Torque, who is the #1 global professional hygiene brand, and what they basically did was they looked at why there is a negative perception with employees leaving the workplace and enjoying a well-deserved lunch break. Because what's happening is people are just powering through their day. Either they're skipping lunch and they're just working through the whole entire day, or they are ordering in a sad desk lunch and they're eating it and gobbling it down mindlessly when they're on the computer. And it turns out that there's this negative perception. There actually is, and people think that there is even a bigger one, with their bosses and colleagues feeling that if they leave the workplace that they're just not working hard enough.
Exactly.
So we need to change this mindset.
Well, how does it affect our body? Not just the fact that you might be ordering bad food, but eating it mindlessly in front of the computer. I've read certain things that when you do that, it actually raises your stress levels and you might store more fat. I mean, there are some health concerns, right?
No, you're exactly right about that. First off, you don't even pay attention to your hunger and your fullness cues, so it could set you up to gain weight if you're just gobbling things down and you're not sort of present and paying attention to what you're eating. But there's really compelling research showing that when people leave the workplace, right, you remove yourself, you power down from electronics, and you enjoy some personal time, you wind up coming back rejuvenated and much more energized. So ironically, by leaving the workplace and then coming back, you enhance and increase your work productivity in the afternoon. So that's why we need to sort of change the environment. People need to start scheduling work dates on their calendar, just like they would a doctor's appointment or a work deadline, because it's going to help you in the end, both psychologically and physically.
Maybe people aren't going to a restaurant or they don't feel like they have enough time to drive somewhere. That's okay too, but you do want them to leave the facility, like actually get outside. There's something to do with actually leaving your workspace.
Yes. So if you brown bag your lunch, pack it up and take it to a park or take it right outside the office. The whole idea is just getting away from your cubicle or your computer or your desk area. And you could bring colleagues with you. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to separate from everybody that you work with, but you do want to get away from your workspace and just sort of decompress, breathe in some fresh air, enjoy the moment.
Well, I'm just going to, when my boss says, hey, why are you taking your lunch hour? I'm going to say, because Joy told me to do it, and I'm doing it.
You tell them to call me. I'm here.
You know, and
it's going to make you better.
Okay.
Well, and companies are invested in this. I know Arianna Huffington wrote the book Thrive, that there's a lot of metrics that show that the bottom line improves when people are more productive when they get up from their desk. So a lot of companies who are pushing health and well-being, maybe there's the wrong perception that millennials are thinking they can't take a lunch when their human resources department would like them to do that.
That's right, and they start a conversation. If anybody feels like they're in a work environment that, you know, sort of poo-poos or negatively looks upon taking a lunch break, start this conversation because the research is there. And at the end of the day, whether it's HR or your bosses or colleagues, everybody wants to enhance work productivity and job satisfaction. When you feel happier, you know you have a moment during the day that you're meeting a friend or you're walking outside, that increases your happiness and job satisfaction, so you look forward to being at work, and that's what it's about.
Thank you so much, Joy, for being with us. We'd love to spend more time with you, but Karen and I are going out to lunch.
We gotta go get a break.
We gotta go take a break.
I love that. Well, that's a great excuse to kick me off the air.
Okay, thanks, Joy.
Thank you.
All right, well, Joy is leaving us, but she has a website with lots of helpful information on healthy eating and wellness in general. It's joybauer.com.